42 years.
41 and a half to be precise. Let's be precise.
And were you always a career, or was it?
I started as a volunteer. I have 7 years in Avoca and 4 years in Kingston before I got on the career side. So I'm a total of 48 years in the fire service.
Coming to an end now, huh?
Coming to an end. Well, I'll be around. You know, I'm sure I'm not going to be throwing an air pack on and going in the building, but you know.
That's probably the first thing I'm going to ask. Well, a lot of times when the career guys retire, they don't necessarily retire. They just don't get paid for it anymore, and they become a volunteer. So
I'll be around for that. I don't know exactly how much I'll be responding, but I'll be around.
What got you into being a firefighter in the first place?
My father took me to a fire when I was like 2 years old, and I think that stuck. I don't know. It's like he took me to the fire, and at that point on, I always wanted to go to the firehouse, and he always took me to a firehouse. And he had been like a buff. He wasn't really he never joined, but he lived across from a fire station in Kingston when he was a kid, and he could hear the box coming in, and so he was kind of interested in it, and I just kind of went with that.
And what were you going to college for?
Be a history teacher. That didn't quite work out, so.
Why, you just didn't finish, or you didn't
No, I
get a
finished.
job?
There was no jobs available. Everything has to end, and I like to end on my terms rather than on somebody else's terms. I think I can still. I think I can still do the job, but I know that I can't do what I did 10 years ago, and I certainly know that's 20 years ago. I could even do more. So I think I could still do the job for another year or so, but I think this is the time it's right. I'm going out on my terms. I'm going out, with I want to enjoy what time I have left. I don't know how much time I have left. My dad died when he was 68, so I'm 68. So.
An era.
Yes. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. I have all the respect in the world for him. As a friend, as a mentor, as a fellow firefighter. We fought a lot of fire together, him and I, and a lot of fire.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great fireman, he's a great friend. One of the greatest ball busters that ever lived.
That's probably the focus I'm going to miss the most. There is nothing sacred in the firehouse. I'm telling you, if you don't want somebody to get your goat, don't let them know where you keep it. Because if I find out it's really bothering you, then it's good. Game on.